And your final speaker of the day is me. And I'd like to thank all the previous speakers for the endorsements we've had for PAS 1 for 1. I see that this is, although it's the launch today, it's the start of what I hope will be a very positive journey going forward. And I'm not going to read this list out, but as you see, these are many of the people involved in contributing to the development of PAS 1 for 1. When we first started this journey in the WE Advisory Body in July 2007, we had a stakeholder meeting, and this was identified as one of the key developments that was needed to overcome some of the barriers involved in the reuse and recycling of WE in the UK. And I say the UK because let's remember this is a first for Britain. PAS 1 for 1 is the world's first reuse standard for WE on reuse anywhere as far as I'm concerned. And it's something that we, as the contributors, I personally am very proud of, and I hope that other people who took part in that as well. The good thing about this group, as you look across it, there are people from BIS, Steve Andrews is here today, but other colleagues in BIS who were involved over the years, but also from manufacturing industry, from environmental consultants, from academia, from the waste industry, recycling industry, reuse industry, other government departments as well. There were a whole host of a good cross-section of British industry who contributed time, effort, knowledge and experience, often information that could be deemed to be of competitive advantage to those other people taking part. But we did so in the belief that we were developing something that will benefit us as an industry in the long term and Britain as a country going forward as well. And from that, the interest in PAS 1 for 1 has now spread to the rest of the world with the European Union. Richard Hughes, his name is up there from AMDA, has taken this forward to the European Union for consideration as a European standard as required by the WE recast. Margaret Bates, who was, I'm not sure if her name was on here, but she was involved and has taken it forward to UNIDO, United Nations International Development Organization, because they're interested in developing standards to particularly get reuse computers but other electronic equipment into developing countries. And there are a host of people, I'm not going to read them all, but I will pay particular tribute to Peter Kaliafas, because Peter, as chair of the WE Advisory Body, supported, and particularly outside of the WE Advisory Body, when we became the firelight there in the bonfire of the Quangos, Peter continued to support, arrange for finance when finance was difficult to find, helped me overcome obstacles, and in particular when the going got tough, then Peter was the guy who got going. So to Peter, a personal thanks. I think it would have been a far more difficult journey without you. And going forward, I know that we've had a presentation from Ben from Oakdean Hollins. Julianne Adams has asked me to mention that her organisation is also going to hope to become the next accredited certification body later this year. Although Julianne, I can't get you to stand up because she's got a leg in plaster. She did it skiing down a Glen, was it? Yeah, Glen Morangi or Glen Fiddick or Glen Livet. No, Julianne. So my heartfelt thanks to everybody who took part in this in the development of PAS 1 for 1. It is a British first, something to be proud of. And I'll leave you with the logo. And as of 11 o'clock, we understand it should have gone live. Here is the website link to the PAS 1 for 1 website on the RAP website. So thank you all for attending. Thank you for helping launch PAS 1 for 1 as an accredited certification mark. We are now hopefully give people a chance to take a tour of the site and see what a reuse facility looks like in the raw. We had hoped to have equipment from a third sector body, but unfortunately the message got lost and it hasn't arrived. So you've got RDC, I think Terry Maguire also took part, has kindly brought along some of his company's products to talk about as well. But initially we'll take the tour. Jerry will take a tour around, because of the size of the number of people who may want to go on the tour, we'll have two. So Jerry will lead the tour now, take about half an hour to go around the site. I'll give it 5 to 10 minutes and then I'll lead the tour. And once the tours are away, the chairs will be cleared and tables set up so we can come back here and have some refreshments. Most people aim to be away 1:30 to 2 o'clock, and that means I've got to go back to the day job then. And the one person I forgot to thank was Jerry for giving me the time and effort to take part in PAS 1 for 1 and for permitting the launch event to be hosted here today. So thank you for attending. I hope you enjoy the tour, and nice to network and catch up with many of you in the next few minutes. Thanks for